Good morning. Welcome back. Another morning mindset. This is day 2, January 2nd, 2024. I'm going to try and keep this going every single day, Monday through Friday this year. And we're going to roll with what I thought about this morning leading into the day in hopes that you can use it in your day ahead. So I was sat there this morning and I was meditating, right? And I've been meditating on and off for a few years now. Sometimes I'll do it every day, other times I'll do it once a week, but I definitely feel better when I'm in the middle of my meditation series, season, whatever, week, however you want to look at it, because it gives me 10 minutes to do nothing, to slow down, to clear my head, to get centered, to deal with all the chaos that goes on up in here. And this morning, the meditation started, and it quite literally insulted me what I felt was directly. It said along the lines of, you know, you got to be perfect and get your workout in and hit your protein and go to bed on time and don't sleep through that alarm. And these are the thoughts that go through my head. And maybe you're thinking the same way, where it's like, if you don't do this perfectly, everything is going to fall apart. But then it led into pause, stop, breathe, focus on who you are and then who you are becoming. And realize that you're not defined by the mistakes that we made and the mishaps that happened along the way, but rather how we handle those moments. And I thought about handling those moments in the meditation. I try and think on one thought. And it's funny, right? Like if your mind wanders and it runs over here and you try and like chase it down, and then it's about pulling it back. And then it runs over here, then you try and pull it back again. Your mind's always going to be bouncing around. So if we can quite literally focus on where we are, who we are, where our feet are planted, the breath that we're breathing, it allows you to kind of just notice those thoughts come and go. And when I noticed those thoughts come and go, I realized that regardless of how perfect I'm trying to be this time of year, perfect is always out of reach. Perfect is like me trying to reach out for something with a 800-pound gorilla on my back, and it's almost within my reach and I'm never going to be able to grab it. But if I can just be present and realize that I have an 800-pound gorilla on my back, I'm like, that's actually pretty funny. I'm actually pretty strong for carrying that gorilla around. So why don't I relax and let it loosen its grasp, and I can move forward with my day and just see and set my sights on where it is I'm going. This led me to having a very peaceful meditation session today where I have all of these plans, being that it's January and it's the new year. I have all these goals. And I'm, like I said yesterday, I'm disciplined and I'm set on action on getting them done. However, I'm going to give myself grace if it doesn't. But the funny thing about all this is that when I went into reading, what I read on this morning was problem solving. And what he said was we need to solve for X. And X is usually what we don't know in a situation. So to figure out what we don't know in a situation, like why am I carrying this 800-pound gorilla on my back? Why am I putting myself in a position to stress and burn out? Why am I trying to go above and beyond what I'm actually capable of doing today? The truth is that let me look at the problem and figure out what that problem is. And once I know what that problem is, I'll be better able to solve that problem, meaning that it will be imperfect action along the way. It will not be perfectly done at any point in time, maybe a moment here, maybe a moment there. But like, truth is, it's never really perfect. But I want you to be able to understand what I understand in this moment is that when we problem solve, when we find the root cause, when we realize that imperfection is actually what's going to lead us to long-term success, then I can just be. And when I just am, and I act in a way that's in alignment with where I'm going, the things that were the wandering mind, the chaos that ensues, we're going to be able to stop, pause, realize it, laugh at it, allow that thought to come and go, but stay the course of where it is that we want to be. Now, how do we put this into play? Easy. Set yourself up for success up here. And understand that whatever, everything that's going on up here is set to either push you forward or hold you back. So ask, are these thoughts serving me to get to where it is that I want to go? And if they're not, well, let go of them. And take the time that's necessary to let go of them. It's easier said than done. It's easy to do that in a meditation session, but later today when I'm putting out fires or I'm dealing with customers or I'm, working out and things aren't going my way, I'm going to lean into those like, oh my God, why is this not happening? Like all I'm doing is trying to get better thoughts. But that's not the problem. Problem is I'm probably thinking about too many things. Problem is I'm not present in where I am right now. But if we can stay present, if we can stay focused, you're probably going to be able to figure out how to handle that moment to get to the next one. This isn't a let's get from A to Z. This is January 2nd. Let's get to the end of the day on January 2nd before we even get to January 3rd. See where it is you're going, know where it is you are, be the version of yourself that you want to be, and take a step in a direction that benefits you to lead to where it is you want to go. So take this, run with it, use it. I hope you enjoy it. I will see you all tomorrow, and we'll talk again soon.